this lesson you're going to learn about the random function in Microsoft Excel and how it is going to be utilized by you when you're doing various things like looking for the random days of the week or the random days of a month. So we need to understand what is the formula. So let's start. The formula is quite simple. You write equal sign RAND, open brackets, close brackets, then you press the enter key. So that is going to be a random number. So each time that you open Microsoft Excel or the workbook, this number is going to be unique. If I drag this cell over here, the cell contents from D to F, each cell has its own unique number and it's going to be different each time that I open or close Microsoft Excel. So I can choose to get a random number each and every time that I want by going to the formula tab, then pressing the keyboard, pressing this option called the keyboard shortcut F9, or pressing this option called calculate sheet, and each time I click on it I'm going to get random numbers. Okay, so let's say I want to get a random number within a specific within a whole number. Okay, but I do not want to get decimal places. So how can I achieve that one? The only way you can achieve that one is by typing the equal sign, then typing the words int, open brackets, then type RAND, open parentheses, close parentheses, then you multiply it by 10. Then you need to close the argument, then press the enter key. So each time that I refresh my worksheet, I'm going to get a random number, but which is going to be whole, because I used the int function which I had showed you earlier in the previous lesson. Okay, so I can also use the random function to get numbers within a predefined range. So how can I achieve that one is by typing equal sign RAND between, then I need to put the ranges. I need to put the bottom number and I also need to put the top number. So let's say I want numbers between 1 and numbers between 5. Then I close the argument, then I press the enter key. So each time that I'm going to be refreshing my worksheet, I'm going to be getting a new number between 1 and 5. Okay, so let's see how this can be used. Okay, so let's say I'm running a lottery and I want to generate either a random day or a random month. So we are in this worksheet called weekdays, and I've already given this data a named range. Okay, so this selection, I highlighted it, then I gave it a name by naming it using the name box, or you can come over here to the name manager and use the define name option. So I named it days, and this section of months I named it years. Okay, so it is easier for me to reference without needing to type the columns and putting absolute on them. So since we know that one, let's see how we can calculate a random day of the week. So we're going to use the VLOOKUP. So we're going to type equals VLOOKUP, open RAND between, then we need to put the days of the week. They run between 1 and 7. Okay, bottom and top, comma, and you're going to reference there days named ranges. Then it's going to refer to the second column 2, so that you can get the actual day of the week. Then we need it to be true, so we type false. Then you close the argument. So each time I click on Shift F9 or press this button calculate sheet, I'm going to get a random day of the week. Okay, so let's say we want now to get a random month. So we can use this formula is equals VLOOKUP, open parentheses, RAND between, open the arguments 1 and 12, because you have 12 months. So the bottom is 1 and the top is 12. Close the argument, and you want to reference the named range years, okay, comma, and you're going to reference the second column because we want the months in terms of words, and we want it to be true, so we're going to type false, then close the argument. So I get the month. So each time I use the Shift F9 or calculate sheet, I'm going to get a new month. So that is how you use the RAND function in Microsoft Excel to create random days, months, or random numbers or whole numbers within your Microsoft Excel worksheet. See you in the next lesson.